My name is Nate Boley, and 20 years ago, strength training changed the course of my life. I built a gym here in Bend, Oregon from scratch that's helped over 1,500 people change their lives as well through strength training. If you want to change your life, head over to benstrengthwarehouse.com, hit the Start My Journey button, and let's chat. All right, guys, we'll see you there. Hey guys, welcome back to the Go Heavier, Go Home podcast. I am your host, Nate Boley, and this weekend was an incredible one for us. We attended Powerlifting Worlds in Las Vegas, and we've got some exciting stories to share. I'm here with co-owner and coach Megan Boley. Hey Megan, what's going on? Welcome to the podcast.
Hi Nate, thanks for having me back on the podcast.
Cool. Hey Megan, why don't you just start with a little intro on who you are and what you do at Strength Warehouse?
Yes. I am co-owner, like Nate said, of Strength Warehouse, and I am also a coach there. I have a handful of one-on-one clients, semi-private clients at the gym. I also run our Babies and Barbells program, as well as our Legends group, which is our 60-plus individuals. I run those classes as well.
I've also often asked myself, what exactly do you do at the gym?
Everything.
But now we've just figured that out. So, well, great. Welcome, Megan. Let's dive in. So, hey, Megan, can you give us a recap of like what we were up to this weekend in Worlds, in Vegas at Powerlifting Worlds?
Yes, we headed to Vegas last Thursday for Powerlifting Worlds for USPA Powerlifting. We had two competitors, Janet and Donna. Janet competed on Wednesday.
I thought she competed on Thursday.
Yeah. Janet competed Thursday, and Coach Mike went over with her earlier in the week and helped coach her through her time on the platform. And then we flew in on Thursday, helped Donna weigh in Friday, and then Saturday was her competition as well. And then you did some refereeing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. Overall, how did our team do? And were there any highlights to talk about?
Both ladies did great. Janet had probably the best meet that she ever has.
She got shouted out by some other coaches that she was just on fire.
Yeah.
They're probably going to be trying to scout you, Janet, so don't listen to them.
Yeah.
Don't look at the light.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
So she did awesome. Super proud of how she did. Donna did well. She got gold medals as well, a couple bronze medals. So I think we took home quite a few gold medals.
Yeah. Janet got some state records, and so did
Donna beat her squat state record, which we've been chipping away at each meet. And no one got injured, which is always great.
Absolutely. Donna's had she's had some roadblocks to go through in the past couple meets, huh?
Yeah, we've had some injury that set us back a little bit, created some hesitation on some weights. But I think we have a good game plan moving forward for that. So I'm excited to see what we can do at the next meet.
Yeah. Cool. So we already got into some of this, but let's talk about each lifter. We'll start with Janet because she lifted first, and just like break down what she did a little bit. I mean, I know Mike was her actual coach, but you guys had gone back and forth a little bit on like what she was looking, what it was looking like for on the platform.
Yeah. So Janet trains with Coach Mike 4 times a week. She's extremely disciplined and consistent. Like one of the most, I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for.
Consistent
person,
people you're going to find
and
in the
just
gym.
determined person in our gym. Unless she's like in bed ill, she will be at her session.
Yep.
And she's ready to go. She competed, like we said, on Thursday. She squatted. I don't know what her numbers are. Exactly.
Yeah, I think it was 253 for squat. I don't remember the bench, and I don't remember the deadlift, honestly. But they were the deadlift was a PR.
Yes.
And her squat was also a platform PR, from what I remember.
Yep.
And she just had consistent numbers. Did she go 9 for 9?
Yeah, she got 9 for 9.
9 for 9, and also getting records and PRs.
Yeah, she had a stellar meet.
That's not very common, right? So like when you say 9 for 9, most of the time I think about like somebody didn't push themselves and they just didn't go for the gold, and Janet did that. She went 9 for 9. She also got gold, and she also hit some records and PRs. So that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And Donna, you coached Donna.
Yep.
So how did that go? Like, what did that look like for her on the meet? I know you were telling me a little bit about her deadlift, which is kind of a difficult thing to pick an opener.
Yeah.
For the deadlift, but how did overall she do? I know we talked about it a little bit, but then maybe each individual lift.
So warmed up for squats, and they were feeling pretty good. They looked pretty good. Her first squat looked a little rough, and I'm not sure exactly what. I think maybe she just lost her brace at the bottom of her squat.
Yeah. I remember I was sitting there talking to a referee just right before she got on the platform. We're talking about opening attempts and how they should be like spotless and so forth and whatnot. And then I was like, oh, my lifter's coming up. One of our lifters is coming up. And then Donna's lift didn't look that great. And I was like, oh, well.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Yeah, so we took a little jump because I think it looked to me like she just kind of got off her routine from that squat. So we took a little jump, and then that one looked way better, way easier. It moved really well. She had good depth.
Isn't that weird how like certain weights can just like mess with you?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't care what it is. Like I spilled 315 one time on a squat. And even today when I hit that number, it still is in my head. Like, what happens if this one spills, even though I've squatted way more than that? So there's different, like, maybe that's not something that she's dealing with, but each weight has like something that just puts you in a weird position or makes you feel off or whatnot.
Yep. So her second one was great, looked great. We took another jump and kind of to push a PR. Like her second attempt was already a PR. And then the third, we took a little bit more jump, but that was just a little bit too heavy for her. Yeah. We've not trained in those numbers a whole lot yet.
Yeah, but she's trying them out on the platform.
Yeah.
Kind of feeling it out, seeing how it's going to work out. Mm-hmm. Didn't work out.
No, but next time.
Yeah.
I think every meet we've increased her squat, I think, by a little bit. We're just kind of chipping away at it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's that's one of the best things you can ask for. Always forward progress.
Yeah.
That's something that like not a lot of people do. Like for me, like when I add a little bit of weight on the bar, sometimes it goes backwards before it goes forwards again. So. And
I'm not talking like big increases each meet. It's like a couple of pounds each meet at this point. But we're happy. We're happy.
How long has she been? I mean, she's been powerlifting a couple of years now.
Yeah.
So that happens. You start to kind of get to this point where your like main gains are gone, and now you're just like putting in the grinding and the work to get to those little tiny PRs.
Yeah. Then her bench. Her bench has been looking really good. We were pushing some pretty high numbers towards the end of this last block, and they were moving really quick. So I was stoked for bench. Opener went well. Second attempt, she didn't hear the head ref say start. So unfortunately,
I thought that was her first rep. I think it was her first attempt. Yeah, she didn't hear because I was on the platform reffing at that point. Okay. She missed her first one, I believe, and then she came back and got it with the second one.
Possibly. I can't remember which one now.
It's all blur now.
It's a whole blur now. So her arms she just really it threw her off quite a bit because she paused at the start position for so long because she didn't hear the start command, so she didn't want to jump the command.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of threw her off, so she didn't get that one. But then we did it again the next try, and she got it that time.
Yep.
So we were hoping to finish a little bit higher for bench, but it's okay.
Yeah, it is what it is. Cool. And then how was deadlift?
Deadlift was good. Her opener looked really good. Deadlift has been up and down. recently.
Yeah, because she had an injury.
She had a back injury that kind of flared up. And so we've been pretty conservative with the deadlift load and volume, like the load and the volume, really, for deadlift. And so we haven't trained a whole bunch in really high numbers, just because we're trying to reduce the strain on her back.
Yep.
And so she didn't get the numbers she was hoping to get, but we didn't injure ourselves also.
Yeah, that's always great. It's like if you can just go another day, lift another meet, you're gonna make progress. If you don't, if you like go all out on one meet, I don't care if you're going for a record or whatnot, like and you hurt yourself, like you could be done for a long time, like maybe even forever.
Yeah, she's not super stoked with the end result, but I am happy with it. I think she did great, and I'm happy with it. Yeah,
I think she did great as well, and that's just what we do, and it's our opinion. We've seen lots of lifters, and we can see their progress over time, and I think overall the team did really well. How was the world experience coming from going outside the country, doing nationals, doing other big level meets? You don't need to talk about necessarily the meet like production itself, but I don't know, how was the experience?
It was great. The competition was super well run, super organized, really nice facility.
We were at the
Golden Nugget
in Vegas.
So the rooms were nice. Unfortunately, Nate and I had a room right on Fremont Street, so it was like party every night until 2 a.m.
Yep.
But I was pretty tired the whole weekend, so it didn't matter that much. The venue, the setup of it was great. The group of women that we had working out were awesome. It was so much fun. I've never had like a bad experience with a group of women that we're lifting with. It's always super positive, super encouraging, super helpful, and just a super fun experience for everyone. Everyone helps everyone and tries to make everyone's experience really great.
You're talking about competitors.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one thing I really enjoy about powerlifting. I've only had a couple times where I've had people that were kind of mean and like didn't want you to work in with them. But for the most part, even when there's a competitor, like direct competitor, they'll cheer for you.
Yeah.
Even though you might be beating their next lift, or they might beat your next lift.
Yeah, it's a really fun, supportive community. We always try to get on the same warm-up platform as Kyle and his crew.
Of course.
They're like what is it for race cars? A pit crew. They're like a pit crew.
Yes, they are.
For the barbell. Yeah. It's insane. So
I've seen it.
Donna and I always try to get on their platform because then it's so much easier and they're so fast.
Yeah. No, we really like going to meets where Kyle's there and his team and the USPA coaches and stuff. They're always good, helpful people. And like you said, they're just fast, efficient. They've done it so many times. They know exactly where they're going. And you see it on the platform.
Yeah.
Everybody that's got a really good coach on the platform does extremely good. They're extremely consistent. Of course, they're going to miss lifts and stuff like that because you're pushing yourself, right? But given most of the lifters out there that had coaches on, at least on the blue platform, but I've gone to lots of meets and seen a lot of lifting, but the ones that have referees, coaches do way better and they don't make stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
That's awesome. The venue was great. I thought it was good. I liked the rooms, even though it was super loud. But it is what it is. We had a fun time, and looking forward to seeing more events there. I did my third actual appearance at a world level meet. Second one as an international referee, and got to run the computer and run some of the platform and just hang out and have a good time and meet a bunch of new referees that I haven't met before. Like I said, the lifting was super consistent at that level. You expect lifters to they have a certain level. They've been to other meets and stuff like that. And so you'd hope that they have a certain level of attitude and just demeanor about them that says, hey, I'm not a brand new person. Now, there was 3 people on our platform that the Worlds was their second meet.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. But also I think that it's cool. Maybe they just are that strong and that disciplined where they worked out for a long time and they got to a level where they could go to Worlds.
Yeah.
But yeah, refereeing was cool. Like I said, I was on the blue platform for 2 days, and I just kind of hung out there and made sure everything was going well. And I'm the new state chair here in Oregon, so I got to meet. Everybody came up to me, and not everybody, but most of the referees came up and they're like, "Oh, you're the new Oregon state chair," and talked to me about that a little bit, and I was super excited about that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So, it sounds like it was super fun. Can you just go into a little bit more about, like, maybe, I don't know, share some experiences that we had?
I mean, the whole trip was great. Our flights went well.
We had a single flight. It was there was no layovers or anything like that. It was one direct flight.
Yeah.
It was super cool.
Yep. Like I said, our hotel was nice. I'm kind of tired of Vegas. This is our third time going there this year.
Yeah.
So I am looking forward to not having to go back probably until next summer.
Yeah, fair enough. It's Vegas is cool. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go.
We saw Cirque du Soleil, and that was super cool. So that was fun. That was really the only going out type of thing we did on this trip. It was a very chill trip to Vegas.
Chill as in it was cold.
That too. We got in bed by like 9:30 every night.
I lost it all, but I got up $100, but it was just, hey, I knew that the money I put in there, I was like, this is going to be gone. I'm just going to play it until it's gone. Or my goal was like, hey, if I win $1,000, I'll cash out.
Yeah.
I probably would have cashed out $500, to be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe 300, I don't know. But I wanted to make it have a little fun and also keep me content while we were in the airport. And that's the biggest thing. It's it's for fun. But if I won money, you have to be able to cut it off and then cash out. Otherwise, it turns into something you're losing your home over and going to Vegas every weekend to gamble.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
No, that's not good.
But I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to not have to go again for quite a while. I'm glad to probably not have to get in an Uber for some time.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of travel this year, so I'm ready to just not travel for quite a while.
Yeah, I agree. I traveled quite a bit, even more than you.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 more times. And I'm like, I don't want to get into another plane. I don't want to get another Uber. Just want to stay at home for a while. But, well, hey, Megan, thanks a lot for sharing. And to our listeners, if this has got you fired up and ready to start your strength training journey, and maybe even decide, hey, I might want to do some powerlifting, we love to chat with you. So just reach out, go to our website, www.benstrengthwarehouse.com. You can email us, info@benstrengthwarehouse.com, or you can just check us out on socials. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Google, that type of stuff. We'd love to chat with you and to see how we can help you reach your goals. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Thanks a lot for joining us on the podcast. And just remember this, you never know what you're capable of unless you give it a shot. So go out there and take some action today. Thanks for joining us on the Go Heavy or Go Home podcast today. We hope you got a lot of value and had a ton of fun. If you guys want to learn a little bit more about what we do, or just have a ton of resources at your fingertips, head over to benstrengthwarehouse.com and hit the Start My Journey button. All right, guys, until next time, go heavy or go home.